Hi, everybody. I have read your reflective exercise number 2 and provided feedback. I've already kind of given you some samples of some great work, so I just wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about this week's assignments. The first assignment you have is your discussion board, and the discussion board is designed to give you an opportunity to share your experiences about hearing God's calling for you to come into nursing. It's basically your story in how you found nursing and how you heard the calling and how you honored that. Um, the idea is that it will be pretty concise. It is a discussion board, so approach it as such. Be interested in your peers' discovery of nursing and what their journey was like. Everyone has a different experience in how they came into nursing and how it relates to their Christian worldview or their experiences in their relationship with God. I can tell you that at the time that I became a nurse, I don't believe that I was not listening to a calling. I was a desperate young single mom who had a baby, and I needed a career. So I went to the local community college and said, I need something so that I never feel this afraid, this powerless, and I need a job that when I'm done with school, I can take care of me and Laura, who was my 4-month-old baby at the time, and they suggested nursing. I was the person that every time I had my blood drawn, I passed out in the waiting room or threw up. I could never watch the scary, gory movies because I got lightheaded anytime I saw blood. So when I went home and told my family that I was going to nursing school, not a single person in the room thought that I was serious. 2.5 years later, I got my associate's degree. I will tell you that I passed out in every single surgery they sent me to. The third time, the physician surgeon told my instructor I was not allowed to come back because obviously I was not going to stay awake. So they allowed me to write a paper about the theoretical experience of the OR because I never survived one. So I still get queasy when I see blood. I can't watch the Grey's Anatomy shows or anything like that. But at the time, me finding nursing was, I don't know that that was God's calling. I had always wanted to be a teacher, and until I had an unplanned pregnancy, that was my plan all through high school, and suddenly that wasn't my choice anymore. So here I was in my late 30s, and an opportunity came up that very quietly slipped into my world, and it was very much God's calling. That was where I truly believe God called me to be. I do believe that He allowed me to enter nursing because it served its purpose, and He used that opportunity to guide me into teaching. When I began teaching, I very much felt His presence. I very much felt God opening doors for me in very quiet ways that provided me the opportunity to teach. I was so humbled that He gave me that choice and that opportunity. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to share your story. How did you find your calling? Wherever you are, whatever your position is, I want you to talk about that. Remember, it's a discussion board, so work toward writing concisely. But also, as important it is for you to share your story, I really want you to hear other stories of your colleagues or your classmates. So take the time to really be thoughtful and prayerful as you read the stories of your peers and you send your peer replies. So that's an important part of this. Of this assignment is really it's relational. I want you to know each other's stories. The other part of this is your reflective exercise. This reflective exercise has you focus on nursing quality and how nurses influence quality. And I know that conceptually this should be right in everyone's wheelhouse. I want you to be thinking about 5 nurse sensitive indicators, and they need to be specific to nursing. It doesn't mean that only nurses can do it, but it needs to be something that nurses directly affect that is related to quality. I want you to explain the 5 nurse-sensitive indicators that you've identified, and then I want you, when I say explain, I mean support. So I think is not scholarly support. I love the fact that you're thinking, but you need to support it with external scholarly sources. And that's just good practice, folks. That's not a rule of the assignment. It's just good practice when you're writing an academic paper, is that you're supporting your ideas. So come up with 5 Nurse sensitive indicators, provide scholarly support, and then I want you to tell me how you're going to measure them. If you're going to use this as an indicator to look at, let's, say you're looking at infection rates, and you're going to measure those. How are you going to measure them? What's your data collection going to look like? So you want to be able to identify how you're going to measure the nurse sensitive indicators. Wrap it up. Work concisely. You can do this pretty well. I think your assignment says about 5 pages, and that's not your title page or your reference page. You can do this. Really want you to work towards writing concisely, say what you need to say, support what you're saying, and then wrap it up. This is an assignment that lends itself to level 1, level 2, maybe level 3, probably not. Headings, use your headings to organize your writing. You guys are doing a fantastic job using APA formatting, so that has been a blessing to me, that I really can just pour into your work and read your content and not get tangled up in APA correction. So I am grateful for that opportunity. Okay, I think I have said everything I need to say. Folks, I know that we are heading in to just under 2 weeks before Christmas, and that if you are anything like I am, your plate is overflowing between your commitments academically, your professional commitments, your commitments as a husband, a wife, a child, a parent, even to fur babies like Madeline and Gracie sleeping behind me. I'd love to have their lives. You get to wake up, get to go play in the yard, you get to have treats, then you get to sleep. There are days I envy my puppies, but that's not us. So as we are in crunch time, trying to wrap up this semester and prepare our hearts and our spirits for Christmas, folks, my fervent prayer for you is that you are taking a pause once a day, hopefully more often, and just being still and enjoying some part of this holiday season, whether it's Googling your favorite Christmas song and listening to that, or just sitting in front of your own Christmas tree or holiday decorations, whatever they are for you, and enjoying the moment of just feeling at peace with that. For me, I am a absolute nut over the Charlie Brown Christmas movie. I always have been. And I missed it this year. My husband was on duty to watch the TV guide, and he missed it. Notice I'm taking no responsibility for missing it. So when I went into the search feature of, we have Cox Internet here, so I went into the Contour app, and there's a search feature, which I was not aware of. I'm not a big TV watcher. And I typed in Charlie Brown Christmas. They have it on Cox Contour as an archived movie. It's 45 minutes, and you can fast forward it. So I found it last night, and I was so excited. I was almost weepy, which should tell you how tired I am. So I told my husband, I was like, "You've been rescued. I have found it." So that is on my plate tonight. I volunteer at a women's center on Tuesday evening. So when I come home, there are going to be cookies, hot chocolate, and me and Charlie Brown curled up with my iPad watching it. So sometime between 8 and 9, I won't be answering emails. Please do those things for yourself. Find something that fills your well during this crazy time, and anchor yourself in the holiday season. We know that this is a joyous time to celebrate the pending and then birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. And what an exciting time. If you put yourself in context of what this holiday is, please take those few moments to do that. It's emotionally healthy, it's spiritually healthy, and it's relationally healthy. We need to stay grounded in the people that love us. So that is your personal wellness tip for the day. Feel free to send cookies and cupcakes as payment. Know that I am praying for you. I'm thinking about you, and I'm here. Be in touch with questions or concerns. I'm happy to help. Y'all take care.